Hey guys, it's Steven here. Manchester City are currently very, very clear at the top of the Premier League table. I had to make a very quick video after Liverpool and Chelsea drew 2-2 today because it's very good news for Manchester City. We are currently very, very, very ahead in the Premier League table. Let me get the table up so I can look at it right now. Where's the table? Yep, City are currently 10 points ahead of Chelsea and 11 points ahead of Liverpool. It's wonderful, it's beautiful, and it's fantastic. And I thought I'd talk a little bit about why I'm feeling very confident about this game of football. Before I do that though, I want to say quickly, please go and download OneFootball right now in the link in the description below. Go and look at that table, get OneFootball, help support one of your favourite content creators, hopefully that's me basically, and also get all the Manchester City news and stats, and of course keep up to date with the transfer news from across the transfer window. And just look at that glorious table, man, that glorious table. I've got OneFootball up right now and it's so lovely to look at. It's a fantastic app, I promise you, and over 10 million people use it and it costs nothing. It's free, so download OneFootball now, scan the QR code next to my face or click the link in the description below. It's a brilliant app, I promise you. And it's as brilliant as that Premier League table is. I'm in the dining room, which has still got plastering all over the walls, by the way, and stuff I need to do it all. We need to get it fixed. But I wanted to do a quick video. I'm going to do a 5 things learned video tomorrow, but for now, I'm going to talk about this game because as far as I'm concerned, that was the perfect result for Manchester City. Liverpool and Chelsea 2-2 at Stamford Bridge. It was an interesting game as well. I've only caught up with the highlights. I only caught the second half, which apparently the first half was wild. I didn't see any of that. I got the second half when I got back in because I went to the pub with my parents for some food. And I just saw a really boring 40 minutes, if I'm being honest. I think I missed all the good bits. But I've seen the goals and I've seen all the incidents now and so on. Marnie, by the way, very lucky not to be sent off. I'm sure Liverpool fans will be tweeting about how the referees are so bad in this country and so on. I'm sure they'll be definitely complaining about Marnie not getting sent off. Oh wait, they probably won't say a single thing. But Liverpool as well, the game, what it looked like there was a lot of bad defensive errors from what I could tell, which obviously led to Mane's goal early on, which he took really well. Salah's goal was beautifully finished, as it always is. He's a world-class player. They are definitely going to miss those two when it comes to the African Cup of Nations. And then Chelsea got back into it. Kovacic's finish was sublime, absolutely sublime. Kind of like the way he adjusted his feet in midair, just to kind of volley it into the top corner past Kelleher. A beautiful, beautiful goal. And then the equaliser, Pulisic. That was terrible defending from Liverpool. I'm sorry, but how does Van Dijk get a free pass for these things? He just seemed to jog. Look, go and watch it back and watch what Van Dijk does. He doesn't seem to care. He's like, all right. Oh, they're going through a goal there. Someone should probably do something about that. Oh, they've scored. That's unfortunate. Like, I don't understand why he wasn't busting a guts crossover there. You can say what you want about Diaz, how he's not aesthetic and all that kind of stuff, but we know Diaz, man, he would have done 7 backflips, he would have wriggled his way over, he would have wormed his way across the pitch and blocked it with his arse and then try to throw his tongue in front of it or something. That's what Diaz does, and that's what our defenders do, and that's what Ake did yesterday to prevent that goal. That's what our defenders do, and Liverpool should be doing that. And for me, that's what gives me confidence that City are going to win this league. And okay, it's not over. There's so many points to play for, but right now when you look at that table, 10 points clear of Chelsea, played the same amount of games, 11 points clear of Liverpool. Obviously they've got a game in hand there which could take it to 8, but that's 3 or 4 games ahead of them in terms of points. And even though there's loads more football to play, you've got to bear in mind that these two teams now have to be absolutely perfect. I totally get like typical City cynicism. I share that, but for some reason over the past couple of years, a lot of that fear has faded away. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, a lot of that kind of like worrying about the worst thing possibly happening, it's kind of faded away. And I think there's one very big reason why. It's Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola, he's the most reassuring presence in football. Genuinely, I do not fear any circumstance that Manchester City will mess this up. They could do. It's very possible. I'm not saying football doesn't have this in it. But there's something about Guardiola's very presence that makes me feel confident that City probably will get this right and probably will go on to win the league now, because we don't really mess up. We just don't. I mean, our form in general is very good, and Guardiola doesn't really suffer any falls. He doesn't let players drop the momentum. He doesn't let the players take the focus off the ball, and if they do, he makes sure he gets a reaction. Now, I'm on my phone here because I'm looking for something right now. Basically, the fixture list now is really, it's very, very favourable for us. Let me quickly find it. Basically, we've already played, of course, all the top 6 sides away from home. I think we got West Ham, actually. But other than that, we played all the big 6, the rest of the big 6 other than us. And that's really, really reassuring. And when you look at the fixtures we've got, our remaining away games are West Ham, Wolves, Crystal Palace, Southampton, Everton, Leeds, Burnley and Norwich. Norwich and Burnley, you suspect we'd beat that. Leeds, away from home. I fancy your chances there. Everton, good side, but usually our record, I think we've got a fear about Everton, but it's never as hard as you think it's going to be. Southampton, yeah, maybe. Crystal Palace, difficult. Wolves away. West Ham are a good side, definitely. But what I would say to that is I still expect us to win 6 out of those 8 games, and mainly because even though we have dropped points against some of these teams away before, we rarely do it in close proximity to dropping points against the other side. So what I mean by that is, if we have, it's probably been another season. Like, we don't often drop multiple points away at all these teams. We might do it one season, but the reason we don't tend to do it like against most of these teams regularly is because if we drop points against Wolves, we'll make sure we're up for Southampton or whatever, if that makes sense. So usually we get a reaction out of the players, and that's what makes me feel confident. Now, Chelsea and Liverpool have to be absolutely perfect now. Can they be perfect? Can they be fantastic and win pretty much every game? Because it's probably going to take that. Like, realistically, 17 games left, that's 54 points. How many will Manchester City... Is it 54 points? Is it 51 points for us? How many will Manchester City win? 17, I can see City winning at least 13 games. I don't think that's even realistic. Maybe 12, 13 games. That is... Liverpool or Chelsea then would have to literally be perfect. Like, win 17 out of 18 or something like that. 16 out of 18. Can they do that? That's where it comes into it. Is City may drop points, but that means they can't drop any. That's the thing. That's what makes me feel confident, especially considering the fact that Salah and Mane as well are going away for Liverpool. Obviously, Mane's been in different form, but he's still one of their best attackers, and Salah is literally probably the best finisher in the league. Him going away is going to be a big thing. Mendy's not going to be available for the City game. For Chelsea, their keeper, their best keeper. If we get past January, which I'm sure we will do, and look at City's fixtures now, I'll get them up on my phone. The Chelsea game, to me, if we get past that and don't lose, which I'm feeling confident, you can't really look at those games now and worry. Like, I understand going, it's not over until it's not over, because it isn't. I get that. But what I will say is that logic and emotion are very different things, and I think the only reason we're scared is just our emotion. Overall, there's no reason to be scared. We've got Chelsea coming up in a couple of weeks. We've got a bit of a break now, which is nice. Then we've got Southampton away, which won't be easy. But if you get through Chelsea, Southampton away, then at that point, I feel pretty confident. If we get through January, only 2 more league games left in this month for what it's worth, which is crazy when you think about it. And we'll feel very confident. And Chelsea have got to play Spurs twice. They've got to play us as well. They've got like a lot harder fixtures. I will feel very, very confident at this point. And right now, life looks very good for us. I think we are going to win the league again. And I think we're probably going to win it because we're the best team. I know that sounds really simple. It's a very simple way of looking at it. But I think it's true. And I think we've got the squad depth. I think we've got the coach. And I think we've got the focus. And I think, essentially, you've got to bear in mind that the general tone around the Premier League right now is that City are too good to catch. And this does seep into the other team's mentality. I don't think Chelsea, Liverpool believe they can catch Manchester City at the moment. Maybe I'm wrong there, but the general tone that I'm getting from the public and from them and their coaches is that City are too good. That is not exactly, let's go and get them, boys, is it? It's not. It's very much, it plays into the idea that if they drop points, it's fine because how can we possibly compete with them in the first place? Whereas I feel with Guardiola and City, if he was chasing them down, I'd feel confident. But Liverpool and Chelsea, I don't get the impression that they're confident that they can chase us down right now. And that is an added pressure to them. And that means they're more likely to drop points as well. That is why I feel confident. Stranger things have happened. But right now, we're in a phenomenally good position. We really are. I'd be very, very surprised if they catch Manchester City. It will take time and there'll be bumps in the road and all that kind of stuff. But our fixture list is so favourable. The fact that they're losing some of the key players, Liverpool in January as well. The fact that we played most of the bigger teams already. And the fact that we've already got this point difference. And we're on this incredibly winning run, which is demoralising for them. It's all feeding into a very bigger picture, and the fact that we've got Pep and probably the best squad and the best team. it makes me feel confident. I think we're going to do it, lads. We're very early. It's only a new year, but life right now feels very good, and I would not be surprised if we end up winning this league relatively comfortably. Let's see where we are in a month from now, I admit, but I had to make a video about this. Chelsea, Liverpool are very good sides, but I don't think they're good enough. I don't think they're good enough. I think Manchester City are a better side. I don't think that's controversial, regardless of what happened yesterday, and Arsenal fans still fuming. City had the kind of days that you have when you're champions where maybe you get a bit of luck, I don't know, but you do manage to win games when things don't look great for you, and that's what City are right now. And I can't see any reason why that's going to change personally. Life's very, very good. Go watch my match reaction for yesterday. I will do a 5 things learned tomorrow. I was out. I wanted to do it this morning, but I've been out. I've been out with my parents today. So I'll do it tomorrow because obviously it's a slow week until the Swindon game. And for now, hit the subscribe button. Life is good. Let me know when and how you feel. Will we win the league? If so, when? Do you think we'll win the league? Are you still nervous? Let me know those kind of stuff down in the comments. Down on OneFootball, of course. Big love to my Patreon producer, Scott Denemy, and every single one of you. You're all absolutely awesome. Let's get a shit ton of likes on this video. Let's get to 60k in a bit.